Welcome to African Culture and Nature with the Dung Baker, Nyaluo. Today, I have my beautiful hut here, just beside me. As you can see, the veranda, it is not in good shape. How do I make it look good? You see, it is not made of cement, neither does it have tiles, or neither is it a wooden floor. It is mud. How do I make it look good? How do I smoothen it? Well, it is all here. What we use to make our floor very good, our African hut floor, I have cow dung in here. This is fresh cow dung. We use it. This is ash, which I'm going to mix in. We use ash to neutralize the smell. Mano bedo chet diang. Enamati kere me puyo atiene. Ate rubu kere buru. Buru miungweshe me chet diang eri chani pe bera duong. Kwanyungweshe che akoshe te miyo te bera pot. So the ash also, when you mix with the cow dung, it also makes it to be very smooth, that when you're walking around it, it moves in freely. But before I do that, I am going to sweep the floor so that it is clean. I'm sweeping it to bring out the dust which is inside, the rubbish, so that the floor is left clean. I'm going to sweep around it all because I'm going to smear all around the hut and inside. When you smear like this, you can take another man before smearing again, depending on the material that you've used. You can use, this is opu, this is loam soil. They have used it to make there. This is what they have used. Okay, we are back here. I'm going to have to collect this rubbish. Don't leave it here. I'm going to collect it all. Okay. I'm going to use this to get my rubbish. Okay, I've collected my rubbish away. So, I'm going to start from here. You can start from inside. You can start from the veranda. All the same, you still finish it. So for now, I'm going to start with the veranda and then I'm going to walk through inside. I'll start from here, finish up the veranda, then I go inside. This is cow dung. I'll bring it here. Then I'll bring my ash. I told you mixing in ash neutralizes the smell and also it makes it very soft when you're walking around it, and also it makes it to take longer before it wears out. I have water. So I'm going to mix them all together and then I can bring in water now. I'll bring it into a paste. You don't even put a lot of ash, just a little. I make a little hole so that when I pour my water, it doesn't come out before I can mix. I'll add in a little water. I am still mixing into a fine paste, then I can start working around it. Okay, this is now okay. So I'm going to start working from here. This paste is now fine. To bring it all up to down. I'll smear it all around until this point here. I'll go starting with this one. I'll move to my left. I'll put in a little water in my hand here to make the part also smooth. You go back, a little water in your hands and it is smooth. Okay. So now I'm just going to work on the veranda. When I'm done with the veranda, then I can come back inside as well. My water. Then at some point I'm going to add cow dung because it's getting small. I still have enough as I continue. When you're doing work, you can have a folk song that you can always sing to make your work move. They say an idle mind, one which is just very quiet, it's not good, so you can keep singing as you do your work. Before you realize it, you're done with work. I think here I'm going to add now a little bit of the cow dung. It's little. Going to add and mix and continue. This doesn't take long to dry, by the way. After you've smeared it, you can use the air. Just needs a bit of the air to dry. You don't need much sunlight, no. It dries with the air. Can mix it in a basin or somewhere, all of them with water, so that when it's done you just get an add and continue. You create a hole and then you pour the water. That is why you don't see the water running off, because I've created a hole before adding the water. When I'm done with it all, before it dries complete, you have to get a broom and you sweep it. I'm going to be sweeping it at some point there when it's all done. And you see what comes out, so that when it dries it is very smooth. There are some particles, you know, card is normally got, like you see, grass in here. So that sweeping is to get off the card from the floor before it dries up. You have to sweep before it dries completely, to get some card, some grass which is left in the cow dung, some particles, or even stones. You see I'm getting a bit of it from when it falls, So sometimes it has stones as well. I'm almost reaching where I started from. I've done the veranda round. Then after that, I'll go inside also finish. Then my hut will be done. You see, this is where I started from. I'm almost there. After this, I can take like another month before smearing it, or depending how the weather is. Sometimes when it's rainy season, the weather tends to spoil, to make it wear off very fast. You can do it after 2 weeks, but if there's not much rain, you can take a month and then you smear your hut again, depending on how it is. This is to smoothen it. Put a little water in your hands and you make it smooth. Even this part, the veranda down, this is the part which is most affected by weather when it rains. I'm here. This is where I started from. So I'll collect off this and make it very smooth. Since I'll go and again continue to use it inside, put it back here. This is where it is. It is odorless. You don't feel any smell at all because of that ash that I put. You get the ash after you've used the trees, firewood, the residue. That is where you get your ash from. Because we don't use gas, we use firewood for cooking. I'm done with this. Now, there's that part when it is, I want to call it wither, not drying, because it is semi-dry. What you do to have a very smooth surface, you always sweep off. You sweep it using a broom before it dries completely. Why do we do that? We do that to get some particles which is in the cow dung. I told you, like sometimes cud, unchewed cud, there's sometimes grass. So you sweep it off so that it doesn't dry. If you don't do that, it gets stuck on the floor. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Now this is because it's where I started from. It had dried a bit. There was grass in there. You see the particles which are coming off? Those ones you sweep it off. See those particles? You sweep it off so that your floor dries very well. This is normally coming from the grass that they eat, so those things you don't leave them there. Where kwashe mekwanyu lum bamenuti yere tete don kanwen where menu pot walk out walk kwashe pe kwanyere. When you leave it to dry off completely, you can't get these particles off and they'll remain there on the floor. You see? Yeah. So I'm done sweeping. I'm done sweeping here. Now I'll go inside and finish up and smear everything. This is how we keep our hut very clean, very good, neat looking. Since there is no cement, no tiles, it's not a wooden floor, it is mud. This is how we keep our African floors very good and well. I'm going to bring you everything concerning African culture, my culture, Lao culture, everything we are going to be bringing you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Akwayo Matek.